Plarium is cracking down. They are cracking down on the leaks. And man, this has really been the hot topic of discussion as of lately. Well, we've got some big news here because Plarium has just released an official statement posted by none other than the Diamond, of course. And let me tell you guys, even though it might not be very clear from the last few videos out there, I've been talking with a lot of different people about this because this really has been blowing up. And I did also clarify with the Diamond, this is an official statement here. So let's get into it and then kind of break it down, tell you guys what this means, because it's a lot of words, but you know, it really means something pretty simple here. And also give you guys my opinion and thoughts about this because, you know, it definitely is going to have some implications for what the future of, you know, having announcements kind of be released out there to, you know, not just content creators, but the player base of Raid Shadow Legends and what it's going to mean, you know, overall. So posted by the Diamond, hey guys, just a quick message from us about this data mined leak business. In general, in 90% of cases, we're fine with it. If you guys figure out something in the game that we've added to the production build and failed to secure, it's on us. If we really cared that it stayed secret, we shouldn't have made it harder to find. If it's something that's already spreading around the community, it would be weird if you weren't able to make videos on it. However, here's what we'd like to ask of you. Before you do release any videos on data mined leak stuff, it would be great if you could just check with us. It's not the case with these battle pass leaks, but it could be relevant in the future. You might have wanted to do a bigger community reveal for a feature with you guys including official sneak peeks or playtesting something, and a leak might accidentally torpedo something that we could have been planning in the background. That's all. Have a good weekend, everybody. Okay, so the important thing about this statement is it's kind of classified in two sections here. We've got that first part, which is kind of talking about, you know, what's been going on with the current leaks right now and what that's all going to really mean. And then the second part of it is the really important part where they're really asking the content creators in the official Raid Shadow Legends content creation program. And that's who this message was sent out to, by the way. It wasn't just to me. It was sent out to everybody who is in the official Raid Shadow Legends content creation program. And they're asking people to, you know, check before putting something out there publicly, if it is leaked information, something people don't already know about, to see if we can get the okay before we actually release it. Now, this is the problem, though, is, you know, the second part of the statement really kind of conflicts with the first part of it here. And the first part of the statement is pretty much saying, you know, if you do end up finding something that is leaked and you do find access to it and put it out there, you know, it's really our fault. So, you know, it's fine if you put it out there and we're not really going to do a whole lot about it. And at that point, you know, if it's something that's already spreading around the community, it would be weird if you weren't able to make videos on it. So, you know, once that first person gets it out there, then at that point, it's fine. You know, it would be weird if nobody else could make a video about it. So, you know, this is a bit of a problem here. And the reason why is because, you know, they're asking people to make sure to check in before they actually post something. But then if something does get posted, they're not going to do anything about it, from my understanding. At least that's what it really seems like for that first part of the statement here. This is also really important because, you know, a lot of people who have access to this info obviously want to stay anonymous for multiple different reasons, but, you know, kind of the fear of Plarium going after you. You know, Plarium is a very big company. They have a lot of money and a lot of resources, and you definitely don't want their legal team, you know, doing anything involved with you. So it's kind of a nice, like, reassurance in a sense to see that at that point, you know, once the info is out there, they're kind of like saying, okay, you know what, it's our fault. And if you do have access to it and you do put it out there, you know, at that point, we're not really going to do a whole lot. So, you know, if anything, that's a reassurance, but it also leads to a problem because while they are asking the official Raid Shadow Legends content creators to essentially check in before releasing something, what if they say no? Like, let's just say, for example, you know, somebody messaged me and says, hey, man, I've data mined some info here, got some crazy stuff coming to the game. You know, here it is. And now Plarium's saying, okay, well, please check in with us before you actually share this information. Then if I check in and Plarium's like, you know what, please don't actually share this. Okay, you know what, they asked, I got the no, so I'm not going to share it. Well, at that point, there's a lot of people out there playing this game, a lot of people out there who have the technical knowledge to data mine. And data mining is very complicated. I'm not a technical person. I know that it's not very complicated to just do the very basics of it, which is, you know, how a lot of people get things like screenshots of, champion avatars, skill icons, things of that nature. But it can get more complicated, like what we saw lately where, some people had access to the actual champion index, where you could go in and actually look at the champions, the new ones that are not out in the game, just kind of see how they move and interact, do this all stuff here, and also take a look at all their skills, descriptions, and even have access to their multipliers as well. So, it's a range. It starts off simple, but it gets pretty complicated. And there's a lot of people out there in the raid community who actually are indeed data mining. But there's not really a lot of people who are a part of the Raid Shadow Legends official content creator program. So if I get the no on, sharing something, then what's going to happen is probably somebody else is going to put it out there. Maybe they're not even a part of the official Raid Shadow Legends content creation program, because that's who this message was actually sent to. And at that point, now we can kind of loop back around to that first half of the message here. And now, okay, well, if it's already out there, if it's something that's already spreading around the community, it would be weird if you weren't able to make videos on it. Well, now somebody else already posted a video about it, so now it would be weird if I also couldn't post a video about it. So you guys can see how there's a little bit of a, logical flaw problem with this whole statement here. And what it also does is it gives an advantage to people who are not a part of the Raid Shadow Legends content creation program. Now, I understand that, sure, it's a trade-off, because we do get, some gems and chickens and stuff in-game. So there's a trade-off of having to be on a more, communicative level with Plarium officially. But not being a part of this program really does have that advantage for, leaked information, because, now you could just put it out there. They're not going to go after you, and now it's out there, and everybody else can essentially talk about it. But that's kind of like what I was able to draw from reading about this. At least the first version of it. Maybe Plarium will go back through and either edit it or post an updated statement, kind of, solving this problem that I seem to have found with this. But what does this really mean for the future as well? This is really important, because especially that second part of it that says, however, we'd like you to ask us before you post stuff. What does that mean? And it feels like there's two paths that Plarium can really go from here. And I'm really hoping that they pick the second one. As a content creator, of course, the second path would definitely benefit me, as well as I personally feel the community overall, even if it's not my channel, other people's channels, and just the overall raid community. I think the second option would benefit the most. But the first option is quite simply Plarium taking the effort and resources to make sure that it becomes more difficult to data mine info. Again, I'm not a very technical person. I wouldn't know exactly how they would do that. Maybe it would just mean simply not putting stuff in the game files where it is accessible. None of the stuff that people get is server related. It's all in the actual game files. Everyone has access to it. There's no server hacking or anything crazy like that involved. But if they were to just not put that stuff in the server files so early, or somehow make it just more difficult to access, then people wouldn't be able to leak it, and, they would officially announce it, whenever they decided to do so. And that would actually be the official reveal and not the so-called leaked reveal. So that's option one. Now, option number two is, instead of investing the resources to make data mining more difficult, it really feels like there's much better uses for those resources in this game. I mean, we are content starved. We don't really get a lot of stuff to begin with, which is why all this craziness with leaks is such a big discussion to begin with, is because, Raid is a very big game. It has a very active, dedicated community, but we get very little bits and pieces. And these little bits and pieces, especially leaks, turn into really big deals, which is why leaked videos also turn out to be some of the most popular videos for Raid Shadow Legends, not just from my channel, but a lot of other channels as well. It's because people are itching. They are starving for content. This should be a wake-up call to Plarium. The fact that this has become such a big deal, and leaked videos are so popular, means people want content. They're itching for it. Please, Plarium, don't invest your resources into making it more difficult to actually access the leaks, and invest it into actually putting more content out there. If we had more content out there, it would be great in every way possible. It would be great for the players, all of us playing the game. It would be great for content creators. There would be more stuff to make videos about, talk about, hype to generate, without having to get into unofficial leaks and data mines. And it would just be great for the overall health of the game. I really hope that they don't end up picking option number 1. I don't know. I also really hope that they don't do nothing, because if this is the only statement that they make, and they don't decide to do anything, then we're just going to end up with the exact same situation we're in now, where nothing's going to happen, and leak stuff's going to still come out unofficially. Then everybody else is going to talk about it, and nothing will really change. So I wanted to just provide my thoughts and opinions about this. I wanted to also turn the discussion to you guys. Feel free to let me know either in the YouTube comments. If you guys want to join the Discord server, I'll be there probably for a good part of the day talking with people about this, and feel free to post your opinions there. And just let me know what you guys think about all this and what this could mean for the future of Raid. So with that being said, though, thank you very much, everyone, for watching the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and this was a nice change of pace from some of the other videos. And if you did and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing. Feel free to leave a quick like as well. It means more than you can imagine, and more videos should be popping up. Feel free to check them out. If not, until next time, this is Salt of the Salty Guild signing out.